afternoon, student. Today I will be discussing about the genetics and some basic fundamental. In this chapter we will be discussing about the heredity, Mendel's law, his experiment, the use of Mendel's law, variation, sex determination, definition of alleles, gene and genome, pedigree charts, chromosome number, sex-linked inheritance and mutation. Before talking about the topics, we have to understand that we people we get all the character from our parent, that is through the help of genes, because uh, these genes are being transferred from our parent to us. In this picture we have seen that this is a family which contain one mother, one father and a daughter. Here we can see that the daughter that is present here is getting some character from his father, from her father and from her mother. So in this way, this character of a child is being made. So we have understand in here that the human being always get the character from their parent of both. Second, we'll be talking about the heredity. So what is the heredity? So we have understand that the character of a mother and the character of a father are being transferred to the child. So what kind of character is that? So this character that can be seen on the daughter, this is known as a heredity. So the definition of heredity is nothing but a transfer of genetic character that is from the parents to the offspring is called heredity in simple word. And another topic we'll be looking is what kind of character is being transferred here. In this case we have seen many characters from A to F we have seen. So first A, some people used to have got a finger, and in that finger it is very special type because they are having just above the joint they are having some hair, and some people does not have. So if you have, then just think that this is the character that you are getting from your parent, either from your mother, either from your mother or either from your father. And some character is that some of you will able to roll your tongue and some will not be able. This is also the character that we are getting from our parents. I myself I can roll, so I am getting from my parents. Okay, so maybe you may not. So this is also the character that you are getting from your parent. Another is the hair. Some people have got hair color black, some people have got a white. So these are also all just because of the character that you are getting from your parent. And there is the ear loop. Some people have got an attached ear loop. If you are having an attached ear loop, just remember that you are getting from your parent. And some are having a free loop. Some of you will be having also a free loop. So this is also the genetic characters that you are getting from your parents. Another is that you can check on your thumb also. There are some people who can bend their thumb up to 45 degree and some cannot. I myself I cannot bend my thumb 45. So this is the characters that I am getting from my parents. And these are the some characters that we are getting, and some more characters will be looking here. And under is the eyes color. You have I think noticed that some people have got a blue color eyes and some have got a brown color eyes. These are also all because of the genetic characters that you are getting from your parent. And here we will be seeing even about the leaves also. Some people have got a medium thickness leaf, and this lady is having a thick lips, and this is having a very thin lips. So these are all because of the our genetic information that we get it from our parents. Not only this one, the skin complexion also, the skin complexion are also just because of we are getting from our parents only. Similarly, I have talked about the hair color. So these are the hair colors that make us different from each other. So these are all about the variation that happen because of uh, our parents. Gregor Mendel, he studied on a garden, on his garden of a pea plant, and by studying he have found out different kind of laws. There are the three laws, and that laws will be talking later on. Now we have to understand the experiment that the Mendel have carried out. So to understand this his law, we will first look at his experiment. So what does Mendel do? He went to his garden and started experimenting on the pea. He take two tall he take two pea. One is pea plant. He take two pea plant. One is the tall pea plant and another is a short pea plant. Now as soon as he have done an experiment on that, he have made a cross, and then he have found out that he got all the tall plant. Now from this tall plant, all the tall plant, after crossing this one, he named it as a F1 generation, and the genotype is only he get T, that is the tall. And secondly he do a uh, crossing between this offspring. So he take two tall plant that after getting from this experiment, and then he started crossing, and after crossing he got three talls and one dwarf plant. So what does it mean? That it means that the phenotypic ratio that he get is 3 is to 1 he get. And what is the genotypic ratio that he get? The genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1 he get. So this proof that the genes are being transferred from parents to the offspring. Now secondly, he have taken the character of two he have taken the two character of a plant. One is the size of the seed, or the shape of the seed of a pea plant, and also the color of a pea plant. So he studies the two characters. That's why this cross is known as an dihybrid cross. Here he have taken this is a round and yellow, and this is wrinkle and green. He crossed them and he got here all the yellow and round pea seed. And now after crossing them, he again then he have found out that he get 9 round and yellow seed, and then after that he get 3 round and green, and then one yellow and round, and one wrinkle and green, and 3 wrinkle and green he get. Therefore his phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 9, 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. So this is known as a dihybrid cross. So some importance of the Mendel's law. So why do this Mendel's law is very important? Actually it help us to predict what type of progeny we will be getting. Progeny means the offspring will be getting. So it also helps the plant and animal breeder to get a desirable progeny. So for example, if you want to get a good fruits, so you must cross the two plants, one who is having giving a good fruits, and another is also giving a good fruit. So when you cross two plant that one, then the offspring that you will be getting will be producing maximum amount of fruits, and you will be beneficial. And this techniques is also used in animal, so that to get the product good quality. and more huge quantity. So these are the laws of Mendel, so which he get after studying he these are the laws of Mendel's which he have concluded after doing a lot of experiment, and they are the law of dominance, the law of segregation, and the law of independent assortment. So let's sum up. Till now we have understand that always the all the animals and plant, they can produce only their own kind, because the genes that are being transferred is from their parents to the offspring. Now in this case we have seen that two trees, and trees will produce only trees, they will not produce any other things like dog, cat, human being. Trees cannot produce cat, trees cannot produce human being, trees cannot give birth to a dog also. So that's why we say that it is like beget like, because the parents genes are responsible for predicting what kind of cells it will be getting. So similarly here, the dogs is producing a very beautiful puppy, and similarly a human being is giving a child of its own kind. So these are the some of the example which we can conclude that the kind of human or the kind of organism will only produce its own kind, because the genes that is transferred from one organism to another organism is always from parents to the offspring. Now another thing will be talking is about the variations. Although the parents is producing a new baby, if it give birth to a new baby also, it will be transferring, although they will be transferring their genetic characters, uh, still then they does not look 100% similar or identicals. This is just because they have got some difference, and that difference is known as a variation. In this case, this is the mother and this is the child. Although their hair colors is same, but their looks are not same. Although their skin color is same, still then their looks are not same. This is just because of the variation. And the definition of variation is that this is a small difference between individual. So you can say that the definition of variation is a small difference between individual is called variation. Now to understand more about the genetics, we have to understand the number of chromosome that are present also. They are as it is given here. So different organism have got different number of chromosome. In human being there are 23 number of chromosomes, 23 pair of chromosomes, and 46 number of chromosome. In mouse we have 20 pairs and 40 number of chromosomes. In monkey it is 28 and 56 number of chromosome. Ascaris have got one pair and only two chromosomes. So these are some of the organisms with their number of chromosomes and the pairs of chromosome. So in details we'll be talking about the human chromosome. So we have already understand that the human have got 46 number of chromosome and 23 pairs. Among these 23 pairs, the 22 are known as the autosomes, and the 23rd is known as the sex chromosome. If the sex chromosome is XX, then it will be a female, and if the sex chromosome is XY, then it is a male. So under we'll be talking about the structure of the human chromosomes. So we have seen from 1 to 22, they are all known as the autosomes. So in this case this all of them are similar, but the 23rd one, they may be either XX or they may be either XY. Then if it is XX, then it is an female, and if it is XY, then it is a. Now facts about chromosome. You know that there are some facts that we need to know about the chromosome. Chromosome are always in pairs in number. In human being, the 23rd of the chromosomes, they are known as the autosomes, and the last one is known as an the 22 number of chromosome So the facts about chromosome: the chromosome are always found in a pair. So there is a sex chromosome and autosomes. The autosomes are from 1 to 22, and the 23rd is known as a sex chromosome. And if the sex chromosome is XX and it is a female, then if it is a XY, then it is a male. Now if the chromosomes, for example in this case, if the chromosomes are having same size and shape, then these pair of chromosome are known as homologous chromosome. And if they are having a different shape chromosome, then it is known as a heterologous chromosome. In this case, in female, the sex chromosome is an homologous chromosome, and in male it is an heterologous chromosome, because they have got different shape in size, shape and size. So we will be talking about the sex determination. So this sex determination, we already have understand that the male have got an XY chromosome and the female is having an XX chromosome. When the male gametes go and fuse with a female gametes, so male can produce two type of gametes, that is X and Y, and female can produce only X gametes. So the female can produce only X chromosome. Now if the female egg go and fuse with the X sperm of having X chromosome, then the child that is formed will be a female, that is XX. Now suppose if the Y chromosome, if the Y chromosome containing in a gamete is a Y, go and fuse with the X chromosome of the female gamete, then that time the child that is formed will be a male. So in this way we have already understand the sex determination. Another thing is the definition of gene. So what is a gene? Gene is actually a part of DNA that can produce a protein, and it is present in the chromosome. So what is a genome? The full complement of the DNA, that is the full complement of the DNA that is present in the chromosome, it is known as a genome. And what is an allele? The alternative form of gene is called a allele, and they are occupying in same position. Like for example, see here, this is a two chromosome and this is one allele and this is another allele. They are occupying at the same region. See, this is one region and this is another region, they are occupying the same region. So this is a allele, okay, and this is again another allele. They are also this is one allele and this is one chromosome, and this is the allele and this is the another allele. When the allele, these are the this and these alleles, when the allele are of the same type, then they are known as a homozygous allele. And when they are having different, this A and this is small letter a, then although they occupy in the same positions, but they are different from each other, so this is will be known as an heterozygous. And for example, this is a heterozygous, this is a homozygous, because same they are very same alleles, so they are known as a homozygous. So this is a known as a homozygous dominant allele, because they are having a dominant. The dominant is always represented in a capital letter, and recessive always in small letter. And this one is an heterozygous dominant alleles. This one is an heterozygous dominant allele, and this is also an heterozygous dominant alleles. But this is a homozygous recessive allele. So only they can express when these both of them are same. That time only they can express. So this is a homozygous recessive allele. So now we'll be talking about the pedigree or the chart of the family. For understanding these things, we need to understand that the box one is the box diagram is represented for a male, and the circle is represented for a female, and whatever it is given a color in the box, or if the box is filled, if the box is not hollow, then this means that it is an affected. And this means is met. So and this is a mating, so this is a father and this is a mother and this is a child that is a female child, daughter, and this is a son. Then if this means identical twins, and this is, if it is like this, no, nothing is there, then this is an non-identical twins. So in this case, this is a non-identical twins. So now we'll be talking about here. Okay. So here there is a question from the book. Now we will be discussing this answer. What is there? Who is blind in the parents, the father or the mother? So the answer will be, see, this is an solid box, so it is the father, so this is the affected one. So the father is affected. How many daughters and how many sons have been born in the family? So how many sons? So it is 2 sons and 3 daughters. What does the child 1 indicate about this trend? That means the child 1 is suffering from a color blindness. On which chromosome is the gene of the trains located? So we know that it is in a X-linked chromosome. It is a X chromosome. Name other traits in human being which follows a similar pattern of inheritance. So we know that there is the ruling of our tongue is also having ruling, and non-ruling of the tongue is also one kind of character of same type, which we have discussed already. Now we'll be talking about the sex-linked inheritance. Now this sex-linked inheritance is the characteristic that or the disorder that is causes because of the gene that is present in the sex chromosome. That is, it may be on the X chromosome or maybe it is in a Y chromosome. So on the basis of this, it is divided into 2 category. They are X-linked inheritance or X-linked inheritance. So and under is the Y-linked inheritance. If in a gene of X there is a disorder or the traits that is present, then that inheritance is known as an X-linked inheritance. For example, such disorder are hemophilia, and another is the color blindness. And what is the Y-linked inheritance? We'll be looking. The Y-linked inheritance is actually the inheritance that is causes because of the disorder or the traits that are located in the Y chromosomes of a body, or of a chromosome. So for example of this type is the hairy hairs. So some people may have got a hairy hairs. This is just because of the disorder they are linked in the Y chromosomes. Okay, so hope you have understand. So now this is a crisscross inheritance. This is a crisscross inheritance. Now for example, now this is a heterozygous mother, and this is about color blindness we are talking about here. So color blindness, so this is X and this is X, and this is also X, but it is having a carrier, it is having an affected gene in the X, and this is a Y. So when they cross, so this one will get this one, and this one, and this one will get with that one. So they will have got, all the sons will be normal, and two daughter will be the carrier. This daughter can be only affected when there is a two things. This is also affected and that one also affected. Only at that time only they can be affected. Similarly, in the case 2 we see this is a carrier mother and this is a normal father. Then what will happen at this time? At this steps, one daughter will be carrier and one son will be affected, whereas one daughter will be normal and one boy also will be a normal. But in this case, all the daughter will, no one will be expressed, but the daughter will be the carrier. Now we'll be talking about the mutation. Mutation is nothing but it is a sudden change in the number of chromosome or the structure of DNA or the shape of the chromosome. So this is a change that is happening in the chromosome or DNA, in short we can say. So there are some examples of this mutation are sickle cell anemia. So this, and another is the cancer. Cancer is also as a result of the mutation. Student, Now we'll be talking about the mutation. First, let's look here. uh, let's take this is a chromosome, this is one chromosome, and another, this one is a chromosome. This is also one chromosome and this is also one chromosome. There in pair is number, and it is present in the nucleus of a cell. Now what happen that if this part is cut, if this part is cut, and then it go and attach here, now there is a change in chromosome number. This sudden change is known as a mutation. And again, for example, let's look again. Now this one this one get go and attach here. Now this one it go and attach in here. For example, it go and attach at this point. Now it go and attach at this point. Now what will happen? There will be a change in shape of the chromosome. So this is also called as a mutation. Another is, now if we zoom this chromosome, there is also a DNA, and in DNA there is a now suppose this is a DNA. Now suppose it is at normal place, this is A, and this is T, and this is G, and this is C, and it go on A, T, G, it go on. Now suppose if it happen to change the sequence, now in case of this one A, now this is A, T, now it have to be G, but it became as C. Now it change here, it change in the DNA sequence, and then this one again it become G, C, and in here again it become T, and then T. So there is a change. This change to this one third number, G change to C, and A change to T. So this change in the sequence of the nucleotide in a DNA is also known as a mutation. So what is mutation? So mutation is a change in a shape of a chromosome, or the number of a chromosome, or a change in a nucleotide sequence of a DNA.